Hey, Joe here. I know I'm not in my uniform. I don't have the right background and all that, Bess, but I just got a hold of you. We were talking about bonuses and things like that for some of our employees. And you brought up a really good point that I wanted to record because it was so interesting that I think the general public and other businesses need to hear for their own businesses and how they can do that. This is Bess. She's the vice president of Top Click Joe. And she's in, man, the things that she's in charge, it just blows my mind. That's why young people are awesome, right? You got these young minds, you're young, you would think I was young, man. I'm 67 and I'm pretty energetic, but okay. So Best takes care of all the pillar pages. We do things different than other companies. We've invented our own system for pillar pages. You've heard that before about pillar pages from other companies. Also, she runs our call center. And when I say she runs it, she's not inside of there answering calls and doing all that. She had experience running a 1,500 person call center, Bess? So this is her past. So I have all these team members that have all this outside experience. And when we first started talking about call centers, of course, the next day we're starting it. We're doing it. Now we're full blown. But anyway, Bess, we were talking about some really cool stuff. I just got interviewed. You were on it last night. We got interviewed by Julia McCoy of formerly Content at Scale, now called Brandwell. And you brought up some interesting things because Julia invented the craft system. So to help us write, to help us take the blogs from her software and optimize them correctly, right? The right way to do it. And that's how all of you learn doing that. And then all of a sudden there's a new system called TAP, T-A-P, correct? I was on the interview yesterday calling it TAD and TIP. And I couldn't know. What was cool about it though is as an owner of this company, because it's getting so big, I can't see everything that's happening. The team was already using TAP. I didn't even know it existed. That's how great our team is. So why don't you talk a little bit about how you and the team are always moving forward with, checking out how Google's changing and how everything's. Go ahead, Bess.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we can go ahead and start first with keyword research.
Got
Now, first thing is that remember every client. So especially for all the businesses who wants to work with us, the first thing that we always check out is their onboarding form. Now, we're not just the typical writers. We're not just the typical company. We're in even if there's an AI, automatically you just pop it up and then post it and publish it. Now, the beauty about Top Click Joe is that we create something. Yes, it's coming from the AI, but AI is just like a guidelines for us.
Yep.
Now, the beauty that we're doing is we do a massive research. We produce quality content. And the beauty of Content at Scale, now changing to Brandwell, is that they're also using Rankwell. Rankwell is like, how do you call that? We have that at WordPress. It's like the SEO ranking we're in. They go ahead and check it out. So that's exactly how Rankwell. Now, the beauty of TAP. So TAP is a way we're in. Our writers from the blog department, they go ahead and just simply put in the keyword. Automatically, Brandwell will go ahead and check out what particular blog we're going to come up with. They go ahead and optimize. So there's a checklist from there. Now, the beauty about their checklist is that even our SEO team, they were able to review all the optimization, and they were also amazed because the good thing about it with our blog post compared with any other companies, they have to check it one by one. Now, with all our blog posts, they don't have to do that. So try to imagine how Rankwell is really helping us out in producing those quality content. And it's not just that. We're actually producing not just quality content, but it's actually ranking not just at any pages, but it's actually ranking at the first page of Google. So try to imagine if you're going to work with us and your pages and your blogs, those informational blogs will be read by any other readers all throughout the web. So try to imagine if I am the reader, should I book for this company? Oh, definitely yes.
So, I love the, Bess, I mean, I've known you nearly a year now. You've been with us about a year, and of course, I'm amazed by your intelligence every day, the stuff that you know and the things that you can do and how hard you work. And I've seen you persevere through things that would I consider myself a very strong person, a very strong mind, and I understand business very well to the point of I'm look, all of you are college graduates. You all know that I only made it to the ninth grade, but I think if I would have went to college, it would have ruined me. I don't think I would have the mind I have, the street smarts I have about business if school was telling me this is how it's done. Because really, business is just answer the phone, show up 10 minutes early, give 100%. That's it. There's no other thing you need to do. Well, yeah, there's all this stuff in between, like how you market it and how you get people to love you and want to work with you. But business is very, very simple, and it's always been simple for me. I mean, I'm on Reddit quite a bit because I look at what people are posting about marketing. I belong to all the marketing groups, and I'm listening to what's the pulse, because you can kind of get a pulse of the nation, of the world on Reddit, because people can complain on there or they can give their own point of view. And what really bums me out the most is seeing all these struggling agencies, right? Like they're struggling. They got one client or two clients, and they don't know how to get to the next client. And I do write on there and I help people understand it, but I don't know. And then I wonder, how are we so blessed? I see all this bad stuff and all this, like, when you look at that stuff, it's kind of scary for a business owner. You're just like, oh, that can happen to us. And I don't care about me. I'm already set for my life, right? I care about you guys and I care about our clients. And so how is Top Click Joe doubling its business every month? How did we get so freaking lucky or so blessed? What is your take on that, Bez?
Yeah, I think for my personal insight, and it all comes in with first thing is that we really appreciate you, how you value us. You never treated us just as somebody who just worked. And I guess that's the reason that we were able to build with Top Click Joe. Because if there are no employees, Top Click Joe wouldn't be there.
That's right, and I understand that.
And I think one thing that everyone, it's not just coming from me, but every time I actually talk with our different members, they always say, "So how's working with Top Click Joe?" And there is even some others wherein they even have previous jobs. But what happened is that they would choose Top Click Joe compared to their current job. So try to imagine that. I think you start embedding to us that we have to you value ourselves, and since you value us, now we were able to take care of the company. We were able to take care of the client. And I guess I'd like to take also what Mike Matson, who's also what he said during the interview. So Mike Matson is actually one of our part of the team right now. So I think one thing is that you never value money. You never just see money, which we're actually earning. What we actually value is how we can actually help the company grow. And with that in hand, this is actually a true testimony. Remember, we're actually working with a window tinting company in
Yes,
Texas.
yes.
So remember, we were actually surprised when that company was telling us, okay, you only have 60 days, let's give it a try. And after 60 days, it doesn't work. Now, the good thing about it is that we were all shocked because after 60 days, we actually had that review. Now try to imagine after that 60 days, we even had the review. But during that 60 days, that's exactly how Google was able to see what we're doing. And after, I mean, I couldn't remember when was the last time we actually had a conversation. And this just happened yesterday, Joe. I wasn't able to share it with you. So I actually had a call with our client and he was asking me, so Bess, I just need a few things. I just need to check out if this number, if are we still using that, or are you still forwarding the calls? This is talking about the call center. And then during that time, I even asked him, so how's the business doing? And then he just said, oh, it was all great. So it's just with that word, and then do you need anything from us? Do you need anything? Just the word that he said, oh, you're just doing exactly what you need to be done. And we were surprised that we cannot caught up with all our schedule because all our schedule already full. Now, that on hand, it's not just about
They
the
are
Google.
people may not understand this. You're talking about their schedule, not our schedule. You're talking about their schedule is so full they can't take on more clients. Let me say something about what you're saying here. I remember the Zoom meeting with the client, right, George? I remember the Zoom meeting, and yes, at 60 days we still weren't getting a ROI, but this is we're doing the ultimate 16. There's a lot of research to do. And so I gave away some stuff way too early. And I learned a valuable lesson, right, about what I did. I make mistakes. I mean, because a lot of decisions I make come from my heart, right? And I'm very like sad stories get to me, right? And I can't help it. And I shouldn't always make this I should make decisions from my head and I should think about things. But anytime I give something away, that's never a bad thing anyway. That's what we all should be giving away, some our resources, right? Not just keeping them to ourselves. But you're right. The very next month we're kicking ass. And if I would have waited, if it would have been a 90-day meeting, we would have been having a whole different meeting. Now we've been with them, what, 4 or 5 months? They can't even keep up with what we're doing now. So that's just the moral to having our whole team work on stuff on all these different angles. Like, not only like are we in Google, but we're on Facebook, we're in LinkedIn, we're in Instagram, we're everywhere, right? We're doing SEO so we can rank. We're working on Diana's working on his map section so we can get him placed higher there. We're working on getting him like his ads to be in the maps, like I was showing yesterday with Yellow Ball, because we've been working with him for about 3 months longer, and look what we've done with them. I mean, they're what scares me the most, Bess, is there's companies out there talking about these secrets they have that are going to get you rich. Okay. And we know we have a lot of employees. I have the best of the best working at Top Quick Joe. If I didn't, you guys wouldn't even known what TAP was. You would not have known that it went from craft to TAP if you were just getting by on your job, right? Just so you can get a check. You guys are all beyond me. Like in any great company, that's how good, really good companies become great companies. That's how companies that are doing 100,000 a month become $1 million a month, 10 million a month, 100 million a month. That's how billionaires are made. Billionaire companies are made from the team, not from the owner. The owner, I'm a visionary. I see visions. I think of things. I built the team to take care of my vision, right? And my vision keeps getting bigger, so the team keeps getting bigger. But at my age, when I was in my 30s, Bess, I owned the restoration company, as you know. I didn't make the same kind of decisions I make at 67. At 30, I didn't have the knowledge I have today. I had the knowledge of a 30-year-old, right? And so I would make some decision that could set us back hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, luckily, at the end, we were making millions and millions of dollars a year. And when I sold it, we got to that point, but it took 27 years of blood, sweat, and tears. I worked this thing, but I didn't know what I know today. Now, when I make decisions and I have visions, I don't even have a word for it, but they're different. Like, I think God has given me these ideas on how to help all these underdogs out there, get more business. I think I really feel for them, man, because I know what it's like. I was there, but even with that, as you know, we've lost a few clients. We don't have a big loss rate, maybe 3% max, but we have clients that they just can't wait 60 days, right? And they just don't have the money to wait, and so they leave. And it's sad because we know just right around the corner, if you had a little more money, we're going to get you there, because we wouldn't have all these great reviews if that was not true, right? All of our people are doing well, but marketing is not easy. It's hard, right? And there's a lot of work involved. There are no secrets. It's hard work. That's it. That's why That's why we're doing so well for our clients, because of the hard work. So
Yeah,
what's
and
your thought?
I'd like to add on that one as well, is that the beauty about Top Click Joe, and if you're going to work with Top Click Joe, we always give recommendation to our clients, and our clients are actually willing to sit down with us, listen to our recommendation.
Yes.
They would say, okay, let's give it a try. Because again, at the end of the day, if you're going to choose a marketing agency, that's the reason why you're hiring a marketing agency, because you want somebody to take care of what you need to do, because maybe what you're doing is actually not working. So when you allow Top Click Joe to take care of it, then things exactly follow, because we don't just simply do a research, just what we can see right from then and then. We actually try to dig deeper and try to check out also their competitors, what exactly they're doing. And from there, we can actually provide a consultation with the clients. And that exactly works, because I mean, to anybody who's going to hear this, I'm not just making this up. This is exactly what happened with one of our clients. Wherein they're actually doing this, and then we provide recommendation. And after they listen to our recommendation, things just work, and then it actually runs smoothly with them.
Yeah, and I see that. I see that with a lot of our clients, right? When they listen to us, we also have clients, Bess, like you're not involved with Google Ads. We have some Google Ads clients that like to get in there and do some of their own changes, right? Well, I had a meeting yesterday with a client. I was on the phone yesterday with a client, and I'm going to say he, she, so you don't know if it's a he or a she, okay? And I'll just call them a they. We'll go woke for a minute, okay? They. Um, they were making all these changes that were really freaking hurting them. And so I can see it, right? And I can see these changes. And I had a conversation like, look, we need to get on a Zoom, and either we need to take control of this thing completely, or you do, because you are spending 3 times what my other clients in the same industry are spending, and they're getting more leads. Like you, um, anyway, it's hard when people take over their stuff, and we like, imagine this. Imagine me, like, okay, so I'm a business owner and I'm doing carpet cleaning, and I think I know better than the marketing agency that has nearly 100 employees and all this brain power. I know more all of a sudden. I start making all these changes so I can make those changes. Or at Top Click Joe, we don't have one person that makes a change. We have a team that gets together and talks. I don't grade team members individually, as you know. We're graded as a team, because
Yeah.
a team is more brain power. I've always believed that you take the whole village, use the whole village, man, to make things happen, because everybody has different experiences, different knowledge. And like you started doing that first, Bess. I get so excited when I'm talking. I'm like spitting a little bit on me, man. Like I'm like all excited. I love marketing, man. I love it. Right. I love helping people grow their business and feed their employees, help pay their employees so they don't lose them. It's I don't know. I don't even know if there's a word for the feeling of helping people and what that means to me. And not only that, like you were saying, Bess, you all love working with me because I treat you with respect and I treat you kindly. Um, and as you know, my goal is also to teach you all how to become leaders in your own country. I'm teaching you how to have a voice. Like we all need to stand up for what we believe, right? You're not just a team member. You're not just an employee, right? You are this person that can make a difference in your own country. So my job is not just to have you as a vice president do some pillar pages and run a call center. My job is to make you like this. You can be the governor of your city, right? Like you are, because that's how awesome you are. And just like your sister, Kyla, is buying and selling gold, because I'm teaching people I teach everybody that, look, if you make this amount of money, double that money. You're never gonna make the money you need by just working. You gotta figure out a way to take this money and double it and triple it and quadruple it. And you're doing it, your sister's doing it, a lot of the team members are doing it now. So I run the business different, right? This is I don't even have a word for what this is to me and how much this means to me, how much all of you mean to me because of, like, yesterday I got a glimpse again of how powerful Top Click Joe is, right? I got a glimpse at your guys' knowledge and how you already knew these changes took place and you were already on top of it day one. I didn't even know it was happening, which is okay as a company gets big. When I was in business by myself and I just had George, right? And we got a few clients. Well, it's real simple to know what's going on, right? Now it's impossible for me to know it. And the big mistake I made in the beginning is I answer everybody's phone call. There's no way to do that anymore. I can't talk to all these people. It's crazy, right? So now the new ones, that's why we came up with onboarding at topclickjoe.com for an email. That's where they ask their questions. And in seconds they get answered, as you know. But you go ahead, Bess. I'm a talkaholic.
Yeah, I know. I'd like just to when you said earlier that we actually have clients that they know everything and they think that we're not doing exactly what they want. I think we always come up with well, why don't you go ahead? I mean, if talk to us, let us know what exactly you want, because if your objective, we align that with what we're doing, that's exactly how we can come up with a business. And that's exactly what we're doing with Top Click Joe. Because all we need to do is just understand exactly what they wanted, their objectives, and then all of a sudden the team is going to do a research. Now try to imagine with the rest of the clients wherein there are clients wherein we lost simply because they wanted to do the exact same thing and it's going to jeopardize our work. And see what happens. So right now, I mean, I'm just talking about the SEO with which what I'm doing. They're no longer ranking compared with what we're doing before. So that's the hit on them.
Yeah,
So with,
no, you're right. Like what they were doing before is not working. What we're doing is working. Hey, if your nose itches, does that mean I'm going to win a bunch of money or someone's coming to visit?
yeah.
It's one of the two, man. Someone's coming to visit with a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to win the lottery. One of the two.
Yeah. Maybe
Well,
you're
you know
going
what
to,
I would do if I won the lottery? I would hire 1,000 new team members, and I would
yeah.
go after this thing like it's unimaginable. God, my nose itches, man. Unimaginably, unimaginable. It would be crazy. It'd be awesome. But anyway, look. I love talking to you, Bess. You're such an awesome woman. You're so smart. You got it figured out for us. You figured out the pillar page thing better than anybody in the world, I believe. And you know, our goal is never going to change. Give our clients 100%, man, and don't think about the money. I just don't think about the money, right? I don't. That's why that's why the way we do business is different than other businesses. We're flipped. My profit is less because I believe you need to put that money into the people. If you really care, folks, listen to what I'm saying. If that agency really cares about you, they're not putting that money in their pocket. They're not going to, they're going to, sure, we all got to make money. We got to have a living, right? But isn't the goal for business, for us to be a marketing company, to market for you so you can get rich? I know you don't, it doesn't matter. We got to stay afloat so we can do that for you, but we don't need to make millions. Right? We don't need to do that. If all of us started thinking about the other person more, about the end user, the client, this would be a great industry. There's a lot of really good people out there. We shop all of our competition just like they shop us. I know what they charge. I know what they tell their clients, and it is way more than what we charge. And when I say way, I mean 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times more in some instances. So for the same product, it's because they can, right? Everything's about value, I guess. If you can create value in that client's head, and it's like 20, 30,000 a month to manage like something like an Ultimate 16, we don't charge that. We charge a lot more when you get to that upper tier, but we're nowhere near that, right? And it's just, and I believe we're giving more to the client than our competitors, because I don't think our competitors are taking what we're doing with 17 employees and doing what we're doing and having all these experts. I've been in this a long time. I understand it. You know, I'm not inside their business, so I don't know exactly what they're doing. But I know when they're standing by their Lamborghinis and their beachfront properties, that they're definitely not putting the money in your pocket. Look, I have a mobile home for an office. Now, it was a smart move. I make very smart decisions with the money that comes in for this company. I could have rented a place in town, had this really cool office, right in the middle of town, $1,250 a month, 175 square feet. I got a 1,100 square, it's 1,000 or 1,100 square foot mobile home for $780 a month. And I have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, this living room thing. And of course, all I got to do, Beth, to look cool is to do this, right? Was I showing my booty? Take that
No?
out. Okay. Anyway, all I got to do that is there, and you don't know where I'm at. And it's this simple. I'm now at the beach.
Oh, yeah.
Joe is at the beach, man. And it's awesome, right? So anyway, Bess, I love talking with you. I love that you're a part of this team. Your whole family now is working for Top Click Joe, which is unbelievable, which is pretty cool, right? Almost your whole family. You got a brother. And so anyway, I think it went really well yesterday also. I was absolutely, I don't just blow smoke up. Are you allowed to say blow smoke up your dress? Is that a bad thing now? I don't know, man. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not just blowing smoke, right? We love their software. We love Brandwell's software because it is the best. If it wasn't the best, we'd be using something else because we don't get to make decisions because we like Julia McCoy as the president of Brandwell. We got to make a decision for our clients and what's the best product for them, how we can do the best thing. We don't get to make those choices, even though I think I love Julia. I think she's awesome. I love her story. When I think of like a woman that is moving up the ranks and doing it the right way, that's why I show my granddaughters her, because where she came from, where she's going. And I believe that she really cares about us. I believe she really cares about my business. I think she really cares about all the other businesses she's working with, and she wants to give them the best product. And you already said it with Rankwell. You already said it, man. You already said how well this thing works. Isn't it amazing that we can put a freaking keyword in and get that without a giant prompt?
Yeah.
It's like amazing. I've read the blogs, man. It's crazy good. All right, man. What else?
Yeah, I think that's all about it. And I think at the end of the day, it's all about how we value our client, how you value us, and how we value also our business partners.
That's right.
Because that's exactly the main goal of Top Click Joe. So if all the objectives actually align, then we can really come up with a better industry. And it's not just you're helping or we're actually helping their company, but you're also helping us. And the way how we do that, and the good thing about Top Click Joe is that we're actually creating a lot of jobs wherein everyone is always dreaming of.
That's awesome. Well said. Are you going to run for the president of the Philippines?
No, I'd rather be a private person.
Darn it, man. Because if you became president, you can make me a citizen. You can knight, like I can kneel down and you can make me a knight. Like,
Yeah, but I think the first thing that you need to do, Joe, is fly an airplane.
I know, like I'm afraid of airplanes, as you know, right? Like deathly afraid of them, right? Like because there's no way that heavy thing should stay up in the air. There's something weird going on here, right? And so I don't want to be in it when it drops. Because I'll be the one screaming the loudest, by the way, if it does. Okay. You would think they'd make this thing on a plane if it's going to drop out of the air. This big old balloon thing blows up around it, so it just kind of bounces and doesn't. And it happens. If it lands in the ocean, it's going to float.
Yeah, I mean, you have a life vest, so
A life vest isn't going to help me against the freaking sharks. They're going to eat me, man. So anyway, all right. This is a great conversation. I'm going to end this thing here. Thank you all for